everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to episode 138 of In Focus Friday, which by all accounts is my most ambitious episode to date, as we're going to be featuring 8 coins. It's the Caribbean 8, which was incredibly popular in the vote a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for voting if you did. There is going to be another vote this week, so make sure you stick around to the end of the episode to have a look at what we've got in store over the coming weeks. So let's crack on with the Caribbean 8. Now, we have already featured one of these coins here on In Focus Friday in the past, the Rum Runner. We're going to do a little bit of an overview of each one. We're also going to chop each one out of its cardboard sleeve so we can have a proper look at them. So the Rum Runner is the first. Now, let's just do a quick summary of all of them. So the Caribbean 8 is a series made by Scottsdale Mint. Very ambitious from their point of view because they have released all 8 of these in one go, in 1 year, which is very, very unique, and it's not something we see particularly often in the world of coins. Often you have to wait an awful long time for sets and series to come together and form over time. So that's pretty cool. The first that I saw anyway was the Rum Runner for Antigua and Barbuda. And this was it's a really cool one. It's got that pirate theme, that history, that colonial rum running sort of background, and that got me really excited about the series, which was very cool. And similar in a way to the Queen's Beast series, the fact that there's 8 different designs, 8 different coins, it looks pretty cool. And I have to say, I'm really happy with them. They're not that expensive in terms of premium over spot. You can get them decent prices. So for coins which have a nice series, a nice feel to them, a nice mintage of around it's 25,000 for each of the silver ones. They also come in gold. I haven't gone and bought any of the gold ones at £1,000 plus a coin. That would be quite an investment to put in. But they have a mintage of about 2,500 each. So that's pretty cool. And Rum Runner is number 1 in the series. Really like it. Nice detail and design on the ship. It's very, very nice. You have to excuse the capsule. This has been sat in my In Focus Friday box for the last sort of 6 months or so. So there we go. There is the Rum Runner with the back there. Now, these are all coins of the, as you can see here, Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. So you might well hear this series being referred to as the EC8, your Eastern Caribbean Central Bank 8, basically. So that's number 1. Let's crack open number 2. So these are now all ones that we haven't seen before. So I'm going to try and do as best I can to give you some information on each of them. But at the end of the day, we've got to get through 8 coins here, and it's going to take a fair amount of time to do so. Now, I'm going to take them all out of their cardboard sleeves here. That's going to be down to whether or not you want to do that for your own. If you pick these up, I personally like being able to see the entire coin on both sides. Maybe even in focus would be nice. There we go. Rather than having it in that sleeve, I find it quite harder to store as well with the sleeves on. So yeah, I like taking the sleeves out. So here we go. Next one, St Kitts and Nevis is the country. By the way, all of these small countries are little islands, little island nations within the Caribbean. And it's really nice to see kind of some of these coins and countries basically showcased. And the theme on each of these coins is basically something that's relevant to that country, something that is either indigenous, like the pelicans, or very popular, or just very traditional about that country, basically. So the brown pelican here is the sort of symbol for St Kitts and Nevis. That looks pretty cool. Lots of really good detail on the pelican. It's a nice kind of contrasting background because you've got quite a reflective background there. Going to do a bit of tactical hiding behind my camera again, as I have to do so often with some shiny coins. But I really like that pelican. It's pretty cool. Very nice indeed. So that is number 2 down. Next up is Dominica, and we have here a very cool looking coin with a seaplane in the background and the mountain, if we can get it out. And we've got a Caribbean lass, Caribbean lady, lying there watching the world go by, which is kind of cool. They are a bit of a pig to get out of their cardboard as well. And do be careful if you are going to be getting them out of the cardboard, because you don't want to scratch and damage the capsules too much. So there is the design of the Dominica. So obviously the Dominican Republic being the kind of island, and the Commonwealth of Dominica is in its essence there. Really nice design, this one, actually. It's one of my favourites of the set, if not the favourite. Maybe the Rum Runner, I don't know. This one looks really good. I love the way that the light contrasts off the lady there. You've got her sarong around her there in a different kind of contrast to her sort of look and feel. So that's really very cool indeed. And I really like that. That's very good. You'll notice they all have the same background on them with Queen's Head there and the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. They are all 999 silver, of course, and 1 ounce. And they've all got the denomination there of $2, which is quite cool. So there is number 3, Dominica. Next one is the Emerald Isle, or Montserrat, as it's called. So the Montserratian traditional flag is, I think, what is depicted on here. I'm reading this off what's called AGAU News, which shows a lot of the information on all of these. It's a very good website to see updates on different releases that are coming out. I'll put a link to that website down in the description below. But this is the flag. This is the sort of obviously with the ensign, with the British Union kind of flag in the background there, and the coat of arms of Montserrat. So if we have a nice close look at that, there's the coat of arms of Montserrat. It's a pretty cool design, but I mean, it's again, it's just a flag, I suppose. So it's not as exciting as the Dominica coin, which really stands out for me above this one. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. And yeah, it's different, I suppose, and all of these are different, which is kind of cool. Again, on the back, I've got Queenie, so not too shabby. Next up, we have Grenada, or Grenada. I don't know how you pronounce it. Depends, I suppose, what part of the world you're from. I would say Grenada, but maybe some people would say Grenada. I don't know. What would you say? Do comment down below with what you think it should be. Now, one thing that's really cool about this series is it's meant to be every country has something unique about it, and it doesn't have to be. We started with the Rum Runner, which is, of course, back to the colonial days of antiquity. But you can see on some of these other coins, we've got much more modern approach and touch to them. We've got, a sort of seaplane in one of them. In this one, we've got a scuba diver, going around the shipping wrecks. Grenada is apparently very, very well known for its scuba diving, and it's got centuries-old shipwrecks at the bottom. So, that's a very cool thing to sort of commemorate here on this coin, and I really think that's very pretty. And the detailing on there is exquisite on the coral reefs. Really nice. And it's kind of cool that they haven't given the scuba diver any detail. It's just a kind of flat matte finish for him, which is interesting. Or her, could be a her. And there's a kind of an interesting texturing going on with the kind of flat shiny proof of the part of the Grenada coin there. Grenada coin. It's interesting. I don't know whether that is designed like that. Presumably it is. Looks very cool though. And there we go. There's the other side. Same as usual. Next up then we have Anguilla and... Or is Anguilla? Yes, Anguilla. I'm probably pronouncing some of these wrong, so I do apologise. If any of you are in these countries, I'm massacring the pronunciation of your country's name. I do apologise. So we have here a very cool looking lobster. This is probably, it's up there in my top 3. It's definitely in the top 3. I think the Dominica and the Antigua and Barbuda Rum Runner and this one are in the top 3, but they change kind of, I mean, when we get to St. Lucia, that might all change. So this is looking at a kind of, it's a lobster, I think, and it is basically one of the culinary delights of Anguilla, which is very cool. And it's a very exciting design, I have to say. It's quite a busy design, but it looks really good, I think. What do you guys think? Do let me know down in the comment section. I like that, I'm just going to show you here, if you probably haven't noticed it. Just there, you've got the 2018 on the lobster's back, which is a really interesting, cool touch. So I'm quite in awe of that. It's very cool. Like that one. And again, same reverse. Next up, we have St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and this coin depicts a seaplane landing. So again, eclectic designs for all of these coins. Something very different to the theme of the one we've just seen, the Anguilla. And there is the seaplane landing. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's got some really interesting detail. It's not really doing as much for me as some of the other coins, I have to say. In terms of which seaplane is better, I like the Dominica one. But it's still quite exciting. It's different again, which is really nice to know. And guys, I'm sorry I can't give much more detail on each of these coins as we go, but if you've ever tried doing an In Focus Friday style video talking about coins that you don't really know too much about other than having done a very brief amount of research prior to getting them all out, it is pretty tough, especially when there's 8 coins. But if you want to find out more information on each and every single one, then I will put a link to the AGAU news website where you can see all of the information about these coins. They look stunning though, I have to say. Like some of these I may be being a little bit critical about the design of them, but they are all really nice together as a set. And it's crowned off at the end by the St. Lucia, which is depicting some flamingos. Now, there are some coloured gold proof versions of these coins out there, and of all of the pictures of them that I've seen, this one looks pretty cool as that kind of coloured version. If we can get it open. There we go. But I have to say, it has got quite a lot of things going for it in terms of the silver. The detail looks fantastic. Again, I love all the wavy kind of foliage in the background, and the actual depiction of the flamingos is pretty cool. It's an odd one though, like the feathers don't necessarily look like feathers. It's definitely a kind of an impressionistic style piece of design work, which I have to say. But it's cool, and it's got kind of that sort of very what's the word, italic style handwriting. It's almost like someone's handwritten St. Lucia on it, which is different to all of the other coins. So that's pretty cool. So there we have all of the Caribbean 8. Do let me know down in the comment section which one you like the best. What would be really interesting, I don't know how many of you are going to do this, because let's be honest, not a great deal of you have probably watched to the 11th minute of this video, but if you can rank each one of them, that would be really exciting. So if you give each one a rank out of 8, and then the overall one with the lowest score at the end, I suppose, is the crowd favourite. So it'd be very interesting to know what you think. So for us, well, I say for me, because Mrs. Backyard Bullion is not here, but I know her opinions would probably be a bit different. We're going to order it as such. We're going to go, I think the Rum Runner is number 1 for me. So we're going to go Rum Runner 1, Dominica 2, Anguilla 3. I think we're then going to have, do you know what, Montserrat actually looks pretty cool. I'm going to have that one there. Then we're going to go 4 for St. Kitts and Nevis, 5, 6, 7, and Grenada, I'm afraid, is going to come in 8 for me. So that's my order of preference of what I like. It would be good to find out what you guys like. So please do comment down below with your order of preference. So there is the Caribbean 8. That was a fun video to make, and I'm sorry again if I didn't go into too much detail on each and every coin, but if there are more information you want to find out, then go and have a look at the link down in the description below. Now, voting for next week, we've got 3 coins for you to choose from. We've got the Austrian kind of commemorative coin here, 500, is it 500-year anniversary? I can't remember. We'll do some research. We'll do some proper research on that if you guys vote that in. It's pretty cool looking though. We've got then the 2019 Rwandan Wildlife Series coin, the shoe bill. That looks pretty cool. And then last up, we have a very interesting and busy looking starfish design coin. So if you'd like to see, well, which one of these you'd like to see, then do let me know down in the comment section with your vote. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, put a thumbs up on it and share it around on your social media. That would be very helpful for everything that we do here on our channel. And as always, thank you one and all for watching. Have a brilliant weekend ahead. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.